Okay, what you got for me today, Duck? What are we doing?
I don't know, man. It's hot. It's hot. I just got back from a run. My hair looks flat. I look like you know who I look like? I look like Hello Listener after he spends like 4 hours dropping a sick track.
That's true. Shout out to
So,
Hello Listener for dropping sick
yeah.
tracks. In regards to the topic today, Duck, what do you got to say?
Um yeah, so my main argument would be that uh leading thinkers, I think you guys refer to them as lefties, but uh very famous speakers like not so erudite, that are truly they're community builders and stuff like that.
Mm.
They're allowed to show up in conversations about masculinity and speak freely. And I think because they're invited and because their opinion is just as valid and perhaps even better informed than others, it's like I don't need another man telling me how to think about my masculinity. And so when it comes to someone like not so erudite, it's like, yeah, I'll tune in. I'll tune in, folks. Do you understand that? Do you know what I mean?
Okay, so you're saying Not So Erudite is very famous, and she has it's her prerogative to show up and talk about these things. Well, I'm actually talking about the content, not whether or not you think Not So Erudite deserves a seat at a weird panel discussion at a comedy event or whatever, comedy club. Talking about the content itself, which was discussing feminism, its effects, and whether or not it's something that's actually grounded in anything meaningful or philosophically grounded at all. I would say feminism is based on a lie. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think when we put feminism in the room with the other ideas that are, feminism is very valid. I think a lot of people agree that it's very valid too. And so
hold on. Let's stop there. Define feminism and what you mean by valid.
Yeah, so very valid means that
define feminism first.
So like as a broader school of thought, it's this notion that women's role in society and how femininity is perceived in the first place, it is political. It can be philosophical and ideological.
Define feminism.
I think so. So to me, I would define it as being very valid. Like, again, in the first place,
feminism. You can't say feminism is valid. That's what feminism is. What is feminism, and then how is it valid? Are two different questions. So
yeah. So the
what
reason
is feminism
is so valid. The reason feminism
is
so
what
valid
is feminism? Dude, focus, or I send the eagle. What is feminism?
So we would say it's an ideology. And yeah, on the top level, feminism is an ideology.
What is the ideology of feminism, bro?
Yeah, I think the most modern incarnation is that phenotypical sex traits don't have to translate into social roles.
You're saying feminism is the ideology that typical traits don't have to be representative of certain roles. Is that what you think feminism is?
Yeah, and so the theory is valid, and in the sense that like phenotypical traits are not very valid.
Phenotypical traits are not very valid. What do you mean by valid?
We disagree on this, I think, because we've argued about trans stuff before, it's saying that overstating or overemphasizing, decontextualizing what it actually means to have sort of masculine or feminine traits is an abstraction from what life must be like.
Okay, Duck, look. If feminism itself, an ideology, is valid, But feminism, according to your definition, is the sort of dissolving of expectations of traits and expressions of trait. What are you referring to that's feminine?
Yeah, so I think, there's two ideas. So one is that, like, yeah, you can be a homemaker or something like that. Like that's really the most important part first, is that, like, you can have these important social roles that we've imagined. Like, we picture someone like a kindergarten teacher or a homemaker.
Duck, you're not, dude, you have a really big problem focusing. What is the referent feminism? What is it referring to? Feminine. Sorry, not feminism. Feminine. What's feminine? What's the referent?
There is no referent. That's what feminism.
So how can feminism? Feminism? So why isn't it called masculinism then?
So, well, I mean, that's a great question.
It's like crazy. It's like, what is going on?
No, it's not that absurd, because if you had listened and if you were able to still at this point in time sort of, Jimbob, I love you. I do love you. Like
don't give me a tail, dude.
Big brother. No. I'm talking.
Answer my question.
But this is okay. So
why isn't it called masculinism?
That there's social roles. There's also psychological traits. People, and if you can hold on to that big great idea for just another 10 seconds here, then that is something that, to me, I think is essential within the notion of modern feminism.
If there's no referent for what's feminine, then feminine could be masculine and masculine could be feminine. So why is it called feminism, and it could just as well be called masculinism if there's no such thing as masculine or feminine, Duck? You said, you answered to that? You said, that's a good question, and then you totally avoided answering it.
Yeah, it's very valid, but I don't think the examples I gave were abstract. I'm pretty sure those were concrete things. I think they were actually pretty deep.
Tell me one thing that's concretely feminine.
Concretely feminine? Well, in a society, if you report that, like, I see myself as a caretaker more than a breadwinner, then it's like, well, okay, to that extent, I technically do agree as well. Like, do
you think that having a child, Duck, I asked for an example of something that's concretely feminine. So would you say maybe an obvious one would be, is it concretely feminine to be able to give birth out of your vagina?
Yeah, giving birth is definitely something that like a sexual woman, a very sexual woman would do.
Very sexual.
Like, that's a good example.
Yeah. So a concrete example of femininity is being able to give birth out of your vagina.
It could be. It could be. Yeah. But again, I think
could that be a masculine trait?
Introduced.
Could it?
Because you're the host. You're introducing the topic.
Duck, focus. Duck, calm down.
Being a caretaker.
Duck, I didn't say anything about caretaking. Really. Duck, I didn't say anything about caretaking. Let's stick with the one example. Is it possible that giving birth out of your vagina is a masculine trait?
It just sounds odd to me. It sounds odd to me.
I didn't ask that. I didn't ask what you find is odd. Is it possible?
No, but we have that in common. Is that if you think it's strange and that's why you asked?
I didn't ask. I didn't ask if it's strange. I asked if it's possible.
But you asked. But being honest, you asked because it's strange, didn't you?
No. Is it possible?
But I love that you did.
Is it possible, Duck, for giving birth out of your vagina to be a masculine trait?
I don't see a possible world where that's true.
Okay. So there are concrete femininity and masculinity. So tell me, if feminism, from your view, earlier you stated, and I just granted your definition, that feminism is about dissolving the expected traits and behaviors and roles between men and women, what's considered feminine and masculine. And I'm saying, well, that's interesting. If feminism, according to you, is actually the dissolving of what's feminine and masculine, right? Then why do you call it feminism? If if the whole entire view from your point is about dissolving what's considered feminine and masculine, and then at the tail end of that, you admitted that there are concrete things that are distinctly feminine and distinctly masculine, and so
I've got a good answer. I've got a really great answer for this one.
I doubt it.
So it is the case. It is the case. Because I'm not going to turn into a lolcow here. It's the case that there's much more evidence that the fact that a woman can give birth produces more change in a society than the actual physiological evidence that a woman is incapable, or it's even better to say that we have skews, we have non-normal distributions and things like in like employment, and that also it matches what you said because it goes forever. Does that make sense?
Not at all, but
do you see what I did there though?
Yeah, you just you basically said a very general, ambiguous statement that's untrackable with any examples.
Yeah, that's 100% right as well.
That's correct. Ultra Void says, "Oh, this is a crazy dude I haven't seen on panels. I swear this guy punches himself in the nuts because he's bored." That's also probably true.
I was gonna picture, a little cross face. I don't show people that I'm actually kind of strong, but
you're showing right now.
Case. Bam.
Is that how you punch? That
yeah,
can't
like
be.
That.
No, that's not it.
I keep. Yeah, because I'm done working out, so my hands are down. My hands are like, I'm not taking anything technically, but it's also true that like I can cross my hands and self-soothe because I have actual autism a little bit.
I understand.
But athletics is a way to sort of athletics is a way to sort of get out of it, but
Yeah, do you play in a women's league?
No, I play.
Why not?
The league I play in is called Mother Nature.
Why don't you?
I don't know if you know.
You're a wrestler,
Steel Man. I'm kind of.
You're a wrestler,
yeah,
right?
I did wrestle as well. Bam,
why don't you wrestle women?
Bam.
Why
I did wrestle a girl once in high school.
No. I didn't. Dude, bro, focus. I didn't ask if you ever wrestled a woman. I said, why don't you currently? Why hasn't it been the thing that you wrestle women?
Oh, okay. Yeah. No. So, I think the most sort of astounding aspect of a sport like wrestling is that you're meeting people that have an infatuation or a passion for forms of violence and control that are somewhat mitigated, a little bit mitigated. And so, this is even true at the Olympic level. I think, like Alexander Karelin is a Russian wrestler. He's also a politician who was never beaten in his career. He's like a bear. He's like a 300-pound human, but a bear. And so, even at that elite level, it's like, well, those top male wrestlers want someone that they can balance that level of violence with a little bit. I'm sure there's some people that are a little more vicious, but I don't think anyone wants to walk away with like a body on them,
Okay, so your answer was you think you don't wrestle women because you're demonstrably stronger and superior to them in wrestling, and it would be boring if you weren't matched with someone of equal strength and competitive value.
Yeah. Like I noob stomped in Halo when I played Halo a lot. I was really good at Halo 3, and I feel bad about that still a little bit, not just for myself, but for others.
Jason says, tell Duck I will challenge him to any test of strength. That's fun.
Yeah, he'd probably win.
He's like a Marine or something. He's probably, he's something.
Jason! Jason!
All right, well,
drop and give me 10 right now! What kind of 10 are you giving me?
Why are you not really yelling?
Because I don't have to. I could, but I don't want to.
Well, for the effect, you really have to be like, do it. So can you do it, please?
No. No.
What?
Yeah, being in good faith. So in good faith, I don't like yelling. I don't like yelling at all. What about you? Did you do sports? Would you compete against a girl?
I was very athletic. No, I wouldn't. I prefer not to. One time I was in a what do you call it when it's both sexes? A softball league, and I didn't like it because you have to be soft. Like you can't hit a line drive right at their face. Like you have to, there's always this like holding back when you're playing with women, and it's probably a good thing, but you just, you subconsciously hold back when you're playing against women because they're weaker. So no, it's, I'm an athlete. I was an athlete, and, athletes, in addition to prisons, are probably the best argument against any view you have about troons really existing, or this idea that a man could be a woman.
That's such a dumb idea, dude.
What
that
is
such a dumb idea?
What is?
It's a dumb idea to say that you can't compete with women, like you just said.
What do you mean? What did I just say? What did I just say?
That.
What did I just say?
You said that you didn't want to hit dingers against chicks, against buff chicks, hot chicks.
They weren't. No, they're not buff. They're not buff. They're just normal community people.
But they were.
No, they weren't.
They were totally. They totally were, and they were for a good reason.
This is going nowhere fast.
Okay.
Would you like to let my audience know anything in particular? And don't violate TOS, please.
No, please don't subscribe to my channel. Please don't try to look me up on YouTube. Yeah, I like you. I like Rob Noor. I like Sarah. And yeah.
I'll just
take a nap in a little bit.
Okay, let me help you take a nap. Can a biological female be a trans woman?
Sure. Yeah. That's fine. Yeah.
How?
Okay.
How is it that they can be?
Well, if they say that and then I say, okay, then there's no force doctrine.
What the hell are you saying? How would you know that a
force
biological
doesn't apply?
Dude, how would you know a biological...
What did I just tell you, sir?
Dude,
sir,
listen.
What did I just tell you?
How would you know that a biological woman is a trans woman?
On account of it being the case that there's no other possible world where a biological woman is a physio.
All right, that's good enough for me.